Hello, hello, Halloween. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, every day is Halloween. Good evening, pumpkins. What? I thought I started the stream and I had not. And I was like struggling. I was like, why is my OBS not showing my stream? And then I realized I wasn't even live. Oh wait. What's happening to one second. Let me edit my Twitch. Yeah. Alright, okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, okay. I've sorted it. Oh. How are we today? Today I'm having hojicha, or well, bancha, which is like a more roasted version of hojicha. See? It's still pretty cold in England. Oh yeah, I was meant to show the food today. One sec. Let me. Oh no. Oh, I'll show you next stream. It's on my phone. My phone's connected to my computer so that I can do a hand cam. So yeah, I think I'm not going to try and touch it now because God knows what will happen to it. Right. Wow, everyone's really quiet today. So this is part 2 of our little Japan trip chat. Our Japan Zatsu. I went to Kyoto and Nagoya and Nikko in the second week of my trip. I've personally never actually been to Nikko before, so it was actually really an interesting experience. Let me see. But first, after we finished with Osaka, we went to Kyoto. And so to go to Kyoto, like, you can basically just get the regular train to from Osaka if you wanted to, like just a standard commuter train, because it's only like an hour and a bit travel. Don't mind me. I feel like I think I'm gonna possibly get a cold soon. My throat feels a bit sus. A little bit sus. So yeah, I'm trying to keep my throat hydrated, but we'll see. I'm praying I don't get ill. I don't want to be able to not sing and stuff. It's really shit. Anyway, so yeah, there is different, like you can just get the normal commuter train to Kyoto, but one of the girls on the trip with us, she really wanted to go on the Kyoto Garaku train, which is like the special one that they run only on the weekends. It looks like this. Oh no, it's crashed into my face. It looks like this. It's like a super old school sort of train. Don't know if you can see. It doesn't look like a normal one. It's a very Showa retro. It's really cool inside as well. Like, basically, I think there was like 9 carriages or something, or 12, I can't remember, but they're all themed after the seasons. And yeah, so yeah, inside the carriages don't look like a normal train. They basically look like this. Ooh. Yeah, so they have like a little Zen garden in there, and I think also they've got like really strange, like there's more Japanese style windows rather than the normal commuter windows, and like yeah, it was pretty interesting actually. But it was also just a standard train. It wasn't like a special express or anything. So like, yeah, there was loads of people on it, and it's not like reserved seats or anything. You can just move freely through the carriages, which was quite interesting. I've never been on something like that before. And then, oh, 1 second. Right, yeah, sorry. I'm back. I had to just sort something. But yeah, that was pretty cool. It took like maybe an hour and a bit. And it was nice because actually the train pulled into not the regular Kyoto station, it pulled into a different one, which was actually quite much closer to our hotel. Which was nice because we had a food reservation for lunch, and yeah, I was a bit scared that we wouldn't make it. Or well, actually originally I thought it would be fine, and then for some bizarre reason our like booking for the hotel was not where I thought it would be. It was because we had stayed in this chain of hotels before, and so I thought, oh yeah, it's the same one as the one we went last time. But no, I was wrong. It seems that they had changed our booking because the original hotel, which I had booked originally, was under construction, and so the new one was a bit further away. It wasn't as good location, and oh my god, first we went to the original place thinking it was that one, then we realized it was under construction. We're like, oh god, oh no, and then we rushed to the other side, and oh my god, like, because we had a lunch reservation, it was a really strict time. I was like, I was so paranoid we were going to miss everything. But yeah, thankfully, well, we took the power of Uber, and we made it in time to the restaurant. Oh my god, but that was quite scary. I was cutting it, and yeah, it kind of sucked because the actual hotel location wasn't as good. It was a bit far out. It was quite a long walk to go like anywhere that we were like going to. But well, the hotel itself was nice. It was very cheap. It's like, it kind of is a bit like a capsule hotel, but you can lock it. So instead of, like normal in the capsule hotels, you can't lock the door, but this one you can, which was kind of cool. And then yeah, so we went to for lunch. I booked a place called Kometo Niku, which is actually a really famous hamburg restaurant in Japan. I think they have branches like everywhere in Japan, but I know that the Tokyo one is really gets really busy. Like, you can queue for like apparently like 2-3 hours. So yeah, which kind of sucks. But thankfully, and you can't usually reserve, but thankfully the Kyoto branch you can actually reserve. And that's why I wanted to go to the one in Kyoto, because I was like, oh, I'm not queuing 2-3 hours for food. I don't care how good it is. So yeah, we had booked, so that's why we had to rush there. And yeah, we did make it. Thank God we made it because of Uber. Thank you, Uber. And yeah, this is what the restaurant looked like. I'll show you a video. It had these counters, and like it was just surrounded with fire. Yeah, you can see the open fire, and also there's rice. There was a rice cooking pots in the middle, and yeah, they basically served hamburg steaks, so a bit like Salisbury steaks, I guess. Beef, pure beef ones. Oh, hi, Nev. Didn't know you were here. And yeah, like, yeah, it was really cool. The what's it called? The plates and stuff, they were in the drawer. And basically, per ticket, you get given like 3, no, well, yeah, I think it was 3 burger patties and rice, and the rice and soup was unlimited, I think, and then you got 3 patties, and they would tell you like the sort of things you should eat it with. And so the first one, they suggested you eat it on its own, and then the second one, I think they said ponzu, and the ponzu was really good. Oh my god, like, I think it was some sort of homemade ponzu, and it was delicious. I loved it. It was so good. And then the third one, they said, oh, you should dip it in egg, and that's why there's an egg there as well. And to be honest, I think I preferred it most with the ponzu. And they actually had like a whole, like, you can actually see up there, you know, the little shelf things on the attached to the tables. That's condiments. Like, there was loads of different condiments, and you can put them on, which is cool. And yeah, the hamburgers were like, or hamburgers were really juicy. Look, I'll show you a video. Look, yeah, look at how juicy it is. It's like so much liquid pouring out. Lots of meat juice. Yeah, I think it was worth it. I guess it was kind of pricey for Japan, but I mean, compared to London, yeah, it was really cheap. I can't remember how much was it. I think it was about 2,000 yen, including the fact they charge you 500 yen, I think, for the pleasure of pre-booking it. Or was it 1,000? I think it was 1,000 yen to, oh yeah, it was 1,900, so it was £10 for the meal, plus £5 more for the booking charge. But look, you're saving yourself 2-3 hours. I 100% think it's worth it. Because, yeah, no way am I going to wait that long. That would be crazy. No, 15, yeah, even 15 all in isn't bad. And literally all of my friends were like, that was so worth it. Right. And yeah, I agree, it was really good. And then after lunch, we were making our way to our tea place, but it was some far away long place like that we've never been to. And we got off at a station that we've never been to either, and then we literally turned one corner and this is what we saw. It was literally exit 8. We were like, holy shit. And I was like, we need to spot the anomalies, make sure that, you know, we turn around if we see an anomaly. And it was totally deserted as well. It literally felt like Exit 8. Talking of which, I've never actually played Exit 8. I've seen it being played, but I've actually never played it. And knowing me and my blindness, I probably would not be very good at playing Exit 8. But maybe one day I'll do that whole series. Because there's a whole series, right, for Exit 8. There's like Exit 8, and then there's Platform 0, and something like that. There's quite a few on that in that series. Maybe one day I shall play it. We'll see. Shall see. Yeah, I have watched. I can't remember who I watched. But I've watched quite a few people play Exit 8, and also it's the train one, Station 0 or something. It's good. And then we went to so yeah, after this, when we got out of the station, we actually went to the cafe we wanted to go to, which is called Usagi no Nedoko, which is some long name. And yeah, they serve gem. The Station 0 had a lot of VTuber hidden things. Oh, did it? Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, because didn't it have like VTubers in the adverts and stuff on the top of the like on, you know, the ceiling of the train, like they do in Japan, but it was like all VTuber stuff. Well, I guess those sort of games are very VTuber games. I suppose it's kind of like how Chill Arts also has some VTuber cameos. But yeah, this shop basically specialized in gems. Well, they actually were like gem and like semi-precious stone place, as in like they would what's it called, exhibit them, but also they sold cakes that were inspired by gems, and they were pretty cool. So we got this to share because we were all really already super full. But yeah, we have marble, on the right. And I can't remember, it was like garden lapis or something, and then there was like a ruby one. And yeah, they weren't too bad. I mean, admittedly, I think they looked better than they tasted. But it wasn't terrible or anything like that. It was pretty good. Or maybe I didn't think they were that good just because I was so full. We're still quite full from lunch, unfortunately. But yeah, that was that day. And then we didn't do much else that day. We just kind of had dinner. What dinner did we have that day? I can't even remember. Let me have a look. Oh, I had shabu shabu. Oh, we had shabu shabu for dinner. Nice. I don't know why I didn't show that. Then the next day we went to dress up in kimono because it's Kyoto, so why not? And this was my outfit. That's not my ears, that's wooden plaques behind my head. Yeah, I don't usually wear red, but you know, I was like, you know what? This look, I like this. This is a very typical classic retro print, so I'll wear it. And all this. Oh god, there's a bot. 1 second, let me kick the bot out. Go away, bot. There we go. You're banned. It is a very interesting print. I love this print. It's Camilla. Oh, Camellia? Camellia? Camellia. Yeah, it's very traditional. Yeah, sorry, I'm back now after kicking the bot. So yeah, we dressed up in this. Well, I did. I brought my own gloves, and I also brought like a high neck collar to make it look more like Taisho Roman. It's like half Western, half Japanese. Usually I don't wear the typical getter sandals, but actually this time I did. I was like, you know what, why not? I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to carry my shoes around. I'll just wear the ones that they give me. So I actually wore them. It wasn't too bad. But then again, I used to wear kimonos quite often when I was young, so it wasn't too bad. And then that day, for lunch, after we dressed up, we had yuke. I don't know if you guys know yuke. It's a Korean dish of raw meat. Like, so it's tartar. It's beef tartar, and I had sea urchin option. I think this was like one of the most fanciest you can get, which was sea urchin. Actually, no, the fanciest you can get was this plus salmon roe, but I didn't go for the salmon roe. I don't know why. But it was really good. It was super fresh wagyu and sea urchin. I love sea urchin. This was the start of my mass eating of sea urchin. You'll see in my Tokyo stream next week how much sea urchin I ate. I ate a lot this trip. Yeah, it was super good. Like, I don't know. In Japan, it's quite common to eat raw meat, but I don't know. I guess beef isn't that common, unless it's sushi, because we do actually have meat sushi. But yeah, this is the Korean style. You can't eat seafood. Oh no. You can eat the rest of this though, because the rest of it isn't seafood, it's meat. But I don't know if you eat raw meat, you know. But yeah, this is a steak tartare. It's good. Oh yeah, and then, oh my god, I'll tell you. So, the Chainsaw Man merch situation part 2. In Kyoto, there was actually a pop-up for Chainsaw Man, and I definitely wanted to go because it was a really cool art for it. It was like they were all in suits, and Beam was also in a suit. Oh, you do like blue steaks? Oh, then you'll love steak tartare then. Yeah, so there was one where Beam was in a suit, and I was like, holy shit, I need to buy this. And yeah, I went, and there was like literally nothing. All the Beam was sold out again, and I was screaming into the abyss because I couldn't get it. But I did get the Denji one. Oh god, where did it go? I was going to show you guys. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. But they were tiny. The standees were tiny as well. Let me turn on my hand cam. Oh, shit. Just dropping things in, things everywhere. There we are. Oh no, I have to reboot. 1 second. Reconnect. Hello? Oh. No wonder. I was so flippin' confused as to why. It wasn't doing anything because my phone had disconnected. Okay, cool. Yes, so... Oh yeah, this is the pumpkin mug I was talking about, by the way. Look at how cute it is. I can't tip it because it's got stuff in it. It's so cute. And... yes, this is the standee I actually managed to get. But look at how tiny it is. It is absolutely small. But yeah, there was a beam version of this and I really wanted it. But unfortunately I couldn't get it. And I'm very, very sad. Talking of which, I was going to try some snacks. Because apparently this is cool. This looks cool. Let's see. I know everyone gets Kit Kats when they go to Japan. It's like ridiculously common. But yes, I got some Kit Kat. I don't know. I got given a bunch by my flatmate who bought them. And I guess we can try them. I did buy these for my clients as well, but I haven't tried one yet. These are like the Mount Fuji ones, which are meant to be like an ombre. So we shall see. We shall see. Oh yeah, it is kind of ombre. Look. Oh, that's cool. Let's have a try. Hey Matt. I'm eating blueberry cheesecake Kit Kat. How was that snack? Okay, hold on. My mouth is full. I don't know. I feel kind of bad because I got these snacks for my clients as well. This kind of tastes a bit like a scented rubber or a gel pen. You know, like the ones you got in the Y2K. The blueberry scented flavored, no, scented pens. Kind of tastes like that. That tastes really artificial. I don't like that. I feel it would taste... It did not taste sour. It had the really blatant fake blueberry flavour. I kind of don't like it. In the Y2K, in the year 2000. It was like all the rage in the like early 2000s. Like, surely you guys know scented pens, right? Because I remember when I was little, I really wanted these. I think they were actually Japanese, like the original ones. I think they were by Pen or something. Yeah, like, let me see if I can save this. Can I drag and drop? I can't remember. I think I can. 1 second. I'm just resizing it so everyone doesn't get a jump scare. Yeah, the chocolate ones. Even though kids even know what the Y2K is anymore. I mean, they do. It's so trendy now, right? Y2K is so trendy with the children. Yeah, these things. It tastes like the blue one. This middle blue one. The medium blue one. It tastes like that. Remember the chocolate scented pens? Yeah. It's the I think blueberry was one of the first ones to come as well. I'm pretty sure that it was one of the first ones out because I remember having it. And I was extremely proud of my scented pen. But yeah, this Kit Kat kind of tastes like that. I don't know, that was really disappointing. Can I think I'll bring... One second, let me bring another Kit Kat that I actually bought. Did you taste the pen? No, I did not. It's just, you know, the smell. This is like the whole conversation we had yesterday. You can kind of imagine a taste by the smell. That's what I mean. And it tastes like that smells. There we go. Oh god. Where did this... Okay. Let me just delete this. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I've got another Kit Kat. I'm going to be the most basic bitch and start reviewing Kit Kats. But this one is pineapple flavor, which is pineapple candy. It's like a super retro candy. I really like the flavor. Does it say Osaka? Oh yeah, it's an Osaka exclusive. Cool. This one isn't fancy coloured, but maybe that's a good thing because the fancy coloured ones aren't nice. You can only use that something. What do you mean? I didn't lick the pen. Though I used to love eating toothpaste when I was little. Because a Japanese toothpaste is flavoured like melon flavour and strawberry flavour and stuff. And they're not mint flavoured like they are, at least in the UK. So I used to really like, yeah, licking the toothpaste when I was little. Anyway, but you know, at least toothpaste you're meant to eat it, so it's fine. This is better. It doesn't taste like a pen. Oh, this is quite nice. It's kind of a little bit sour, like a tiny bit, because the candy itself is really tangy. Oh, these are nice. I remember when they had toothbrushes that would play music. Oh, I think I remember those. I never had one though. I think my little brother did at one point. I can't remember anymore. And didn't it evolve to those toothbrushes that play music inside your head through your teeth? It didn't taste like a pen out of 10. It's a great score. It is, right? At least it didn't taste like a pen. It actually tasted like it was meant to. Actually, I feel a bit betrayed with the cheesecake version. Because usually Japanese flavoured things do taste like what they say they do. The fact that that one tasted like, yeah, a rubber or a pen is not nice. And terrible of my country to do such a thing. Oh, that was nice. Because actually my favourite ever Kit Kat flavour was a Japan exclusive from ridiculous amounts of years ago. And I think when I first went to Japan, like back to Japan. Because until I was like in my late teens, I didn't go back to Japan after I left. And that was this, I think it was a parfait flavour Kit Kat. And that was delicious. It was so good. It was... I still sometimes think about it. It was so tasty. But yes, you just like the normal one. The normal one's pretty good. I actually also, to give UK credit, I like the fudge one, I think? There's a fudge one, right? I like the fudge one. I actually think a lot of the chunky flavours in the UK are actually quite nice. But yeah, I think my favourite one was the parfait flavoured one, which literally tasted like a parfait, but in Kit Kat form. US don't. I'm sure US do some. Surely they must have, like, you know, pumpkin spice flavour or something. It sounds like something the US would have. Anyway, so after we ate our lunch, I wanted to go to an antique store because there was a really famous antique store in Japan, which was meant to be really cool. And you know, I love flea market shit and, like, you know, vintage shit. So I was like, yes, we're going. So I dragged all of my, most of my friends up there, to their dismay. And oh, you've had the strawberry yuzu ones. I know, I've been told that the sake flavor one is really good. Like, everyone seems to like the sake flavored one. I've not had it myself. I don't particularly like the taste of sake, so... But yeah, apparently the sake one's really good. But yeah. The antique shop, out from the outside, looked like this. It was very, like, you know, Showa retro. And I did like it. I was like, oh, this looks promising. And then, yeah, inside looked like this. There was, like, all sorts of... It was one of those super cluttered places. There was everything everywhere. They were selling a lot of kimonos, and also all sorts of weird things. Kind of looks a bit like, you know, Silent Hill-esque, because it is that sort of era style, the Showa style. And they also had the upstairs section, like this. They had even more antiques. And actually, the reason I went there is because they sell antique kimonos, and they sell antique kimonos for very, like, they do have expensive ones, but the upstairs, so you can see, you know, these Tanjiro steps. If you go up the Tanjiro steps, right at the top, there's like an area that's their what they call their flea market, their permanent flea market, and everything there. Oh, I can't remember how much was it. It was like, was it 500 yen? Everything upstairs is 500 yen. And I saw that in a video. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Because I wanted to wear, like, kimonos with dresses and stuff. So I was like, oh, yeah, I wanted an antique kimono. But yeah, there was so many kimonos up there. It was so hard to look through everything. Yeah, Demon Slayers. It is literally Demon Slayers. I think they did that on purpose. It was really bizarre, though, because when you open the door, the Family Mart jingle played, which was really bizarre. Like, for those of you who haven't been to Japan, basically every convenience store has their own jingle, which plays when you go, like, you know, when you step through their doors to, you know, obviously alert people that someone's come in. But yeah, for some reason they had the Family Mart jingle playing, and that was really bizarre. I only noticed halfway through, and I was like, wait, is this the Family Mart jingle? Yeah, it was. So yeah, they had loads of stuff. Look at the dolls! Look at the dolls on the right! They're so cool. But yeah, a lot of it was pretty expensive, but yeah, I went there for the kimonos. And yeah, I'll show you the kimono I actually did buy. That's the one I didn't buy. Okay, so the one on the left, this one I bought. I thought it was really cool. It kind of has like a fishnetty style print on top of a normal flower print. Though one of the guys at the trip was like, oh, it looks like the Mario fire flower, which now we can't unsee anymore. But I thought this was cool. And yeah, it was only 500 yen, so I was like, oh, this is cool. But yes, this spider one, oh my god, it's beautiful, isn't it? I really wanted it, but it was also like a couple of £100, and I was like, I'm not ready to drop a couple of £100 on probably something that I'm only going to wear once every now and then. Because admittedly, I wear, like, you know, trash most of the time. I only dress up when I go out, so I was like, nah, I'll leave it. And okay, the best thing about this antique shop was that they have a shop cat, and the shop cat has his own little space, and he's a black cat, and you know how much I love black cats. So I was like, oh, I must go and see him. And yeah, all my friends were like, I don't see him, I don't see him. And then I actually found him. And like, yeah, there he is. Look at him. Look at him. I was meowing at him to try and get him to meow back. It's so cute. Look at him. Oh, I love him. But yeah, he was just sitting there judging everyone. Like cats do, I suppose. And then after we looked around, I think might have been the only one who bought anything. Yep, he's just chilling. He's just chilling and you know, judging people, as cats do. And then for tea, we went to the Lipton Cafe. Literally the Lipton, like, you know, the tea brand Lipton. They only have cafes in Japan, and they have one in Kyoto. I think they only have them in Kyoto, and it's literally my favorite place to go. I love going to Lipton Cafe. I had it was their chestnut and raw milk tea parfait, this one. But I love their Earl Grey parfait. It's so delicious. I don't know if I've ever said this, but I don't eat that much ice cream in general. Yeah, I think I did tell you guys that before. I can't eat that much ice cream in general. I can't eat like a 2-3 scoop, you know, parfait or whatever usually. I usually leave the ice cream. But yeah, for Lipton Cafe parfaits, I can eat the whole thing. It's so good. It is so good. But yeah, this had layers of tea jelly and stuff like that. And it also had the extra syrup to put on top. It was so good. Oh, I want another one. Yeah, it was like, this is the seasonal, and then yeah, you said that. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, that's the reason I was thinking that as well. I was like, oh, I must have told you guys when I had that Haiti ice cream. Yeah, it's very rare for me to finish a portion of ice cream, and even one scoop is like really pushing it. Oh god, where was it? I went somewhere recently-ish where I was struggling to finish the one scoop of ice cream. I can't remember where it was. But yeah, and I was thinking, oh, I wish I could eat more ice cream. Because I do like the idea of ice cream, I just don't like, I don't know, I can't eat that much. But yeah, this one was the seasonal autumn parfait. And then there was also the regular Earl Grey tea one that I think one of the other girls got. It was so delicious. And then yeah, we looked through Nishiki Market, the really famous food market in Kyoto, where I bought my bancha that I'm drinking today. Yeah, my grandma was originally from Kyoto, and she used to always drink bancha normally, like every day, so I thought it was a normal thing, but apparently bancha's not that common even in Japan. I was like, oh. But yeah, it's very strongly roasted hojicha, basically. And then yeah, for dinner we had ramen. So we had ramen. Look at this perfect ramen. Okay, the thing is with me, I like ramen that's a salt base, which this is, and I also need the noodles to be yellow and wavy and kind of chewy, which that is. Now, you'll be surprised at how hard it is to find those two combos together, and I don't know why. Especially, I think it's a regional thing. I think it might be that in Osaka it's quite common for it to be yellow and wavy, the noodles. But like, I know Hakata style, which is, you know, like tonkotsu, is really thin noodles, isn't it? Thin and hard. Whereas like, then there is the really thick Jiro ramen style and stuff like that. But I like this one, the wavy one. I'm pretty sure this is an Osaka style ramen. That's why I like it. Because yeah, to me this is standard ramen. I don't like the thin Hakata style one. But yeah, and salt is my favourite base. If you guys have not had it, I suggest you try salt-based ramen. It's so good. This place was like the tiniest little shop, but I was looking, like, I was scouring through like reviews, and someone was saying how good this one was. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. Yeah, sure. So, and yeah, it was really good. It wasn't too salty. It was very mild. They were famous for, you know, using, I don't know, organic salt or whatever. I'm not sure, but it was still good. It was very good. You made it! Hi, Yasu. Where were you before? You said you made it. Where were you before? I did wonder. I came on and I was like, oh no, there's no one here. And then I think someone came on and I was like, oh, one person. I was so confused. I think at one point I had more viewers on Twitch than I had on YouTube, which is like never happens. I think I had like 3 people. That's the sadness of being a very, very small YouTuber. Oh, you were running errands. I see. Nice. Yeah, you just heard me, me and my TED talk about salt ramen. I really think it's a slept-on flavor. I don't know why more people don't don't have it. It's so good. Okay, everyone needs to try it. So yeah, that was dinner, and we went to bed. And then the morning after, we went to one of my favorite places for breakfast, which is Eggs and Things. And her logo looks like that. Apparently it is a legit Hawaiian place. It's not some Japanese place pretending to be a Hawaiian place. Apparently it is a legit Hawaii shop. That they do have branches in Hawaii, but like pretty much all the other branches they have are all in Japan. They went viral a few years ago, and that's when I tried it. And like back then it was really hard to get a seat. But now it's quite empty. But yeah, there is an Eggs and Things in Kyoto, which we always go to. And yeah, they're famous obviously for their eggs and things. But I don't usually get their eggs and things. I actually get their pancakes. Yeah, the pancakes. And the reason why I get these pancakes is because of, yes, this syrup. This syrup is amazing. Is the best syrup ever. I wish they would sell this syrup on its own. Like, actually my friends were like, you know, you could probably steal it and no, they won't notice. And I was like, that's not nice. That's not a breakfast. It is a breakfast. It's pancakes. Pancakes are breakfast. And yeah, they are famous for their super like mountain high whipped cream. But the thing is, the whipped cream is, you know, like squirty cream. It's not like, you know, proper whipped cream. So it's quite easy to eat. And yeah, this one, I asked for the bananas to be baked into the pancakes because you know what? I CBA with like, you know, those pancakes with fruit on top. I just CBA with that because when I cut it and stuff, the fruit falls everywhere, and then I have to shove everything on. Yeah, you remember me showing this? Yeah, I know. Literally, all my friends were like, "Steal it, steal it, steal it." Now I noticed it says "steal it." I was like, "No, I can't steal it." Yeah, blueberry. It's the same. Actually, you can ask for blueberry as well, but I like banana, so I asked for banana. And yeah, it was so good. It was so good. It's this sauce. It's this guava syrup. It's so delicious. Because yeah, basically they're pancake syrups. They've got maple, coconut, and great guava. And yeah, it's the guava. That's the absolute shit. It's so good. But yeah, I've been trying to find something similar since, but I just haven't found it anywhere. I think it really is an Eggs and Things thing. But yeah, I wish they would flipping sell it. Because, you know, KFC sell their syrups in Japan. Why don't they? But yeah, the funny thing was, it seems like the hype has died down for Eggs and Things with the Japanese people. So now it was absolutely rammed with tourists. Like, I am telling you, there was so many tourists. It was all tourists. It was like 99.9%. Apart from me, everyone else was a tourist. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised you can't buy it. Like because we went early, like at opening time, and we sat down, and then the whole shop pretty much filled up straight away. And yeah, it was all tourists, and I was like, wow, what happened to all the Japanese people? Because it used to be like mostly Japanese people in there, but I guess yeah, they got bored of it. But I suppose the tourists miss their Western dinner, like breakfast. Yeah, that was good. And then after breakfast, I had to go work. So there was a beauty convention in Osaka, so I thought, okay, I'll go and check it out. So while all my friends went to Uji, which is the, you know, spawning point of matcha, and because they went to the Nintendo Museum, I went for work. I went on a business a little trip to back to Osaka, and I had to yeah, because I had a bunch of things I wanted to buy. The locals hide from tourists, it seems so. But I think it is the locals just got bored of eggs and things, because it was really hyped like maybe 6-7 years ago. It used to be really popular with the Japanese people. But I guess now they're surviving on tourists, so I guess at least it doesn't die. I don't care, as long as, you know, eggs and things still exist so I can eat my syrup. That's fine by me. But yeah, so yeah, while all my friends were having fun, I went to go and work, and to be honest, it was really underwhelming. It probably wasn't worth me doing it. I didn't realise how small the expo was compared to the one I went to in May. Because in May, I actually went to Japan by myself to go on a business trip, and that was also to attend a beauty convention, and that was so much bigger, and I really liked that one better. So it was kind of a waste of time for me, because it took, you know, it's like a 3-4 hour round trip there and back from Kyoto to Osaka, so yeah, it was a bit of a waste of time, I think. I probably should have just gone to Uji and drank some matcha instead. But apparently I was told that Nintendo Museum was pretty good, from what I heard anyway. A lot of all my friends went. Then, in the evening, I ran back to Kyoto because we had tickets for Team Labs. I don't know if you guys know Team Labs. They're like a Japanese group of artists who do these like big exhibitions, and I think they do them all around the world. I think there's some in like Australia and stuff, if I recall. But yeah, one of their newest exhibitions is in Kyoto. And I was like, you know what? I've seen so much about Team Labs on the social media. I might as well look at it. Kyoto's been all one of the places you want to visit. You know what? I actually really feel like Kyoto has way more to do than I always give it credit for. So I always only like schedule maybe 2 or 3 days in Kyoto, and it's never enough. You only know the Nintendo Team Labs thing. Oh, okay. So yeah, Nintendo. Yeah, they do a lot of collabs as well. But yeah, they also have like semi-permanent exhibitions around Japan. And I think the Tokyo one's really popular. But this one was a Kyoto one, which literally opened like 2 weeks after we went. Like, or before we went. And I was like, oh, it's going to be nice and fresh. It's going to be so cool. So I might as well see it. Because I was aware of this for years, but I just never went. Because I don't know, I'm okay with immersive stuff, but a lot of the time it's kind of a bit underwhelming. I don't know if you guys have ever been to those sort of like immersive art galleries and stuff. It's always kind of underwhelming. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to waste like a good chunk of my day, you know, doing that. But 1 second. But actually, honestly, I had to eat my words. It was absolutely fucking amazing. I don't believe how good it was. It was probably one of my favourite things I did in the trip. Like, a lot of people say that it's quite overrated, but I don't think so. Well, at least the Kyoto branch is not. It was so good. But okay, I think it is because I love artificial lights, and I don't know, I think I like just like, you know, flashy, shiny things in the dark. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love city lights in the dark as well. That's why I like big cities. Like, I love watching big cities in the night. I love fun fairs at night as well because of the same reason. I love the sort of neon or like artificial lights against dark. I think that's really cool. And basically this was just like a huge, you know, big mass of that. And that's probably why I had so much fun. I was so mesmerized. So yeah, Team Labs, they have Yeah, you know what you. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean, right? Yeah. So basically, they had they had a lot of projections on the walls, and they were quite realistic looking. So they like that was what was the first few rooms. It had projections like this. There was like flowers growing, and there was like music and so on. Yeah, Christmas markets are also, yeah, cool because of lights. Like, Christmas as aesthetic, I don't really care about it because, you know, Halloween's better. But lights-wise, I do like Winter Wonderland and stuff as well. It's really cool. It's the same vibes. And... oh, yeah. So then there was a few of those sort of cool rooms, and I was like, oh yeah, this is nice, I really like this. But then the actual like experience rooms came in, and those were so good. Like, that's actually one of the reasons I really wanted to go, because there's a cloud room in Team Labs. It looks like this, and it basically you step in, and yeah, there's clouds everywhere. So I'll show you a video. I was like absolutely drowning in it. So yeah, you literally see. It's so cool. Like all around you. It's foam. It's basically a huge foam machine. Foam party. But it's kind of done like as if it's clouds. And it's so cool. It's so cool. I loved it. I was very hyped after that. And then they also had a ballroom, and you kind of step in, and yeah, they look like this. Basically, there were so many light balls, and they were kind of getting sucked into a vortex. I guess that's why they're called light balls. So yeah, this was one of the main exhibition rooms. And it's so cool because, like, oh yeah, that's all I'm saying, isn't it? But yeah, it was just amazing. Because yeah, like, you're there, it's not like you're just looking at it, and then the vortex, like the staff were like, okay, sorry, excuse me, be careful, the room's changing, and then basically the vortex came towards you, and you were just in the middle of the vortex. So you can see me getting smashed by 5 billion basically balloons. And that was so fun. I had so much fun playing with the ball. And I was just standing in the middle of the vortex. It was really something. I guess the one thing I would say is that one of the girls came with us, she I think she gets vertigo and stuff quite easily, and she didn't feel very well doing it, like in some of the exhibitions, so I guess that's something you have to be careful of. But if you're fine with projections and 3D and stuff, then it's an amazing experience. I highly recommend it. And yeah, there was even like stuff you can touch, like a lot of it you can touch. And so yeah, there was this electricity thing that reacts to touch, so it looks like electricity. Yeah, like I think a lot of the people, like a lot of the tourists didn't realise that you're allowed to touch them, and this girl was just staring at me touching it, and she was like, oh yeah, you can touch it, because obviously it doesn't work unless you touch it. It doesn't look very impressive otherwise. But yeah, that was well worth it. How much was that? I think it was like 25 quid, I think, for the tickets. It was well worth it. I was very impressed. It's making me kind of want to go to the other ones, because I think there is, 1 second. Labs. Let's see, what other shops, I mean, what other exhibitions? Yeah, so there's Kyoto, there's Abu Dhabi, there's one in Tokyo, there's 2 in Tokyo, and there's one in Jeddah and Macau, one in Osaka, 2 in Osaka, 1 in Ibaraki, 1 in Singapore, 2 in Singapore. Oh, they got one in Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, and there's 1 in Florida. Oh, so there is ones in Florida. There's 1 in Florida. There's 1 in Kyushu. Oh, cool! There's 1 in Kyushu. In Fukuoka, because I'm going to Fukuoka next year. I'll go to the Fukuoka one. There's one in Hamburg as well. Oh, it's going to... The one in 2026 is going to be open in Hamburg in Germany. Oh, that's cool. What about us? I know London used to have one, but I didn't know about it when it was there. I only found out later. There's one in Okinawa. There's One Piece in New York. Tokyo, Kyushu. Kyushu. Oh, I'm not going to hot springs in Kyushu. Where else? Oita. Another Kyushu one. Another Singapore. Wow, there's lots of Singapore ones. Yeah, because I know they used to have one in London, but I missed it. I'm so sad. Yeah, the rest are ended. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to the Fukuoka one next year. Yeah, I hope they bring another one back to London. That would be so cool. And yeah, so that was the end of our Kyoto trip, which was pretty good. And then, though I did waste a day, we travelled to Nagoya on the Shinkansen. Actually, I don't usually take the Shinkansen anywhere because it's quite expensive, and in my opinion, it's not the best way to travel unless you're in a real hurry to get somewhere. But then you can also fly. I think that's better. It's cheaper. Anyway, so we took the Shinkansen to Nagoya, which I had never been to before. But I think Shinya had lived there for a while, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll show you guys around." But yeah. And then she was like, "Nagoya's changed." When we went, and we walked around, and we had some dango from this really famous guy. This guy is really famous. He's a super famous dango man in Nagoya. He's super cheap, like really cheap. I think it was 4 for 100 yen, something, or 200 yen, something ridiculously cheap like that. Like literally like a pound for 4. And yeah, for even Japan standards, that's super cheap. So he did 2 flavors. He did the one that you can see now, which is mitarashi flavor, which is like a sweet soy flavor, and he also did a kineko one. And okay, generally I don't like mitarashi flavored dango because, you know, I don't like sweet soy. And so originally I bought some of the kineko ones, and I ate them, and they were like they were really good. They were all freshly grilled. It was super soft, and I was like, "Oh, these are delicious." And I was like, you know what? Let me try the mitarashi ones. I know I don't like mitarashi, but let me try them. And I was like, you know, if I don't like it, it's no big deal. It's quite cheap. It's fine. I'll feed them to Shinya or whatever because she likes mitarashi. And I had one, and I was like, oh, these are really nice. Because actually, it wasn't as sweet as mitarashi dango usually are. It was more salty. It was more like a actual soy flavor, so it was really good. You only know dango from Clannad. Oh, that's the 3 color. They are usually called the Hanami dango when it's the white, green, pink, because that's the ones from Clannad, right? I'll be having those later on in the trip, and I'll show you soon, later on the stream actually, because I did have those. But yeah, these are mitarashi, and yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, this man, he was just grilling them all and shoving them in people's hands when... Yeah, he had some amazing workflow. But yeah, those were delicious. I'm surprised I liked the mitarashi, but I think it was because it wasn't so sweet. It was just a slightly sweet soy. Kind of tasted a bit like a rice cracker, that kind of level of soy. Oh yeah, so then after that, we went to this place called Kodama. Right, so this is a restaurant that's this, like, it's not official Ghibli, but it might as well be official apparently, because the staff, like, you know, Goro Miyazaki and stuff have been here, and they've been okay with it, they haven't sued them, so I guess they're probably friends or something, probably. And they are a restaurant that's in Nagoya, and they specialize in Ghibli food. I booked this place. It was super hard to book, but I booked this place because the third girl came with us, she was saying, oh, I really want to eat some Ghibli food, you know, like food from Ghibli, the stuff you see in the animes. So I said, okay, let me look one up, and I found this place. It was meant to be the best one, so I was like, okay, let's try, and I booked this one. So it was cool. This was the outside, like the little outside area. It had like the costumes, it had like, you know, the Spirited Away work tags, and yeah, stuff like that. Then the seats kind of looked like this. There was quite a big restaurant, and it had themes on each little area. So there was like a Kiki themed area, there was a Princess Mononoke themed area, I think, and there was a Howl Moving Castle area. And I think we were in the Princess Mononoke area, but I did wander around and take photos. So this is like the Kiki area and Howl area, including the Heen. Look at the Heen plush. That Heen plush is a very rare Heen plush. It's only available in Ghibli Park. It's the mythical Heen plush that everyone queues a long time to buy. But yeah, this place had a lot. Like, look at, you know what? I've always liked Juji's son. Look at Juji's son. He's like hanging. Like, I'm not the biggest Ghibli fan, I think, but obviously because I'm Japanese, I did grow up with it, so I do know most of the animes. And, yeah, so this was the food I got, just because I didn't fancy anything, to be honest, in the list, but I'll show you some of the stuff that some of my friends got as well. Yeah, my friend got the Howl's Moving Castle bacon and egg. I got the food of the gods. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the blobby thing, the blobby food thing of the gods that I wanted to eat. Yeah, well, these are bao, pork buns. Hi, Nicholas. Pork buns, some stewed pork belly, and oh god, what's the English? Spring rolls. That's it. So, my brain was half Japanese just now. Yeah, and this is bacon and eggs. Yeah, that it was, and it was kind of cute because they brought like little toys that had something to do with the food next to it. I'll show you some of the other people's food. Oh no, that's not it. Yeah, the bacon was pretty thick. It was actually like the Canadian bacon, I guess. And oh yeah, the third girl on our trip, she got the, you know, the herring pumpkin pie from Kiki, and Shinya got the Mei-chan's hat, you know, from Totoro, made into an omurice. It was kind of cute. And yeah, they brought like the toys that go with it. I did like this crab. It's the May crab. Cute. And for drinks, they did themed drinks as well. I got the Princess Mononoke one, the Wolf Princess, I think it was called. This was nice. It was like a pear and Calpico, I want to say. I can't remember anymore, but you're idly messing with the toy instead of eating. Oh no, Yasu. You're easily distracted. And then, yeah, this was the ice cream roll cake, the chocolate log. I just liked it because it has the click things. You know, the kodamas from Princess Mononoke, the things that click their heads. The dead spirits of animals. Those are so cute. They're my favourite thing from Princess Mononoke. Look at that. So yeah, basically I didn't really eat that much. I just ate some light food, whereas everyone else actually ate proper food. So I decided to also it's done. They are so adorable. Okay, it's not just me. My brother used to love them. He was like a baby when he was watching Princess Mononoke, and he used to love those things. He used to always pretend to be one. So clearly, it's not just me. Everyone thinks they're cute, and they're quite a popular motif actually. But yeah, I think the thing is that people think they're cute, but they don't fully understand that they are basically ghosts. They're the ghosts of dead small animals in the forest. But yeah, because I only had a snack, we went for dinner and I had curry. This was the first of many Indian curries we somehow ended up having in Japan. I don't know why. We had like 3, I think. But they're so good though. Ugly cute like pugs. Yes, pugs are cute too. But yeah, the naans. Oh, you know what? I love Japanese naans, like the Indian naans they have in Japan. They are so good. I don't know why. I think they're just better than the ones in the UK because they're more like soft and chewy rather than bready. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, we were absolutely stuffed at this point, but we were still. I still wanted to eat some food, so I was stuffing myself even more. But I think this was so cheap. I think this was like £6 or £7 or something like that for the whole set, and including salad. There was a salad and lassi and stuff. I love Japanese mango lassi because it's not the same as like the authentic, because I think the ones in the UK are more authentic and they're quite sour because obviously they're yogurt, but the Japanese ones aren't sour, which I really like, which basically just makes them a mango milkshake. I don't care. Bring stretchy pants. Yeah, probably. You probably will be stuffing yourself constantly, so yeah. And yes, so that was the end of that day. And we had to sleep nice and early because we were getting up. What time did I make everyone get up? I think we met downstairs of the hotel at 6 AM, 6:30, or was it 7? 6. It might have been 6:30 in the morning because we were going to Ghibli. So yeah, we managed to buy Ghibli Park tickets, and it's actually really hard to get the premium tickets, but we managed to get them. You have a big appetite, so I'm up for the challenge. Oh, well, Japan's great for you then, because there's so many all-you-can-eats, and you'd make so much money back. Whereas, yeah, I'm pretty standard for food. Like, I can eat like a normal person's amount, so yeah. I don't know if I make my money back, but yeah. So yeah, because we were so early, we just stopped at a combini. I got my favourite onigiri. The premium part is that you get to go to every single area of the park. Also, you get to go into every single building in every single part. Whereas the standard, I think, only lets you go into the main building plus a few others, if I recall. However, the warning is that you're definitely not going to be able to see everything in one day. Because, yeah, Miyazaki Hayao, being the sort of edgelord he is, he obviously decided that he wasn't going to open the park that long. So the opening times of the park is 10 AM till 5 PM, which is very short for a theme park. Like in Japan, normally theme parks open at about 8 in the morning and close at usually about 9. That's like standard for, you know, TDL, like Tokyo Disneyland, and also USJ is the same. So yeah, it's really, really, really short. And like, this fucking thing is built in a park, yeah? Like that's the one thing I need you guys to understand. It's a literal park. So all of the areas are quite like far apart, spread far apart, to the point that they have buses taking you from one area to the other. And also, yeah, it's just a lot of walking. And also, each building has so much stuff in it, and you'll want to look at everything. It's going to probably unless you speed through everything and don't look at it properly, you're never going to be able to see everything at once. So what I personally would do is buy a standard, and then also buy a premium. So go 2 days, maybe do a half day for the first day or something, just go to one area. I would say like the Totoro area, because the Totoro area is really far away. Look at the Totoro house, go up, because there's a whole flipping, it's on top of a hill or something, and you have to go all the way up a hill with the zip line and whatever. Go to the shrine there, you know, etc, etc. Then the next day use your premium pass and go to like the Witch's Valley, which is the newest area with the Howl's Moving Castle, etc. And I think that's probably the best way to get to be able to see everything, because yeah, to be honest, we couldn't get 2 days tickets because I wanted to get the half day, but I ended up not doing it. And now I regret it because, yeah, we didn't see everything. Also, the other problem was that it was raining like crazy this day that we went, and which was really shit. But yeah, so as I said, the park opens at 10 a.m. But I made everyone get up at and meet us at 6:30, and everyone's complaining. Because obviously I had dragged everyone there. I think we got to the park at 7:30 or so, or 7:45, and I went straight, because I knew exactly where I wanted to go, so I went straight to, because all the areas you can queue up separately for when it opens in the morning, so you can go in there first. I went straight to Witch's Valley, which is the newest one, which queues the most, and I know that. So I went there first, and all my friends were like, oh, we came too early, look, there's not that many people. But then, yes, literally, I think about about 20 minutes later, 15-20 minutes later, like a bazillion people came behind us and started queuing, and it was so many people that the staff had to move us all into a different area to queue up until 10. So yeah, I think I made a good choice to go that time. But that's because I studied. I study like crazy when it comes to theme parks. You need to. You honestly need to, otherwise you're going to end up in a queue for the whole day. Especially in Japan. Because, you know, you know how British people say they like queuing? Well, Japanese people like queuing even more than British people. They can give British people a run for their money, I'm serious. So yeah, we managed to get into Witch's Valley at literally 10 o'clock. I think they opened like 5 or 10 minutes early. We managed to get in. Then I went straight to the shop. Yes, I am such a nerd when it comes to following, to doing, to studying stuff that I'm interested in. I'm like, you know, which is only certain things, but I will study those things. And yeah, so the first, like, I had this all planned out because I watched a lot of videos of like Japanese people's videos about how to, you know, effectively be able to get the shit you want, because I wanted certain things from the shop inside Witch's Valley, and I know that a lot of the stuff in the Witch's Valley shop disappears like within an hour of it opening. So we ignored everything in Witch's Valley, went straight to the shop, and we queued up outside the shop again. And at this point, my friends were all going, oh my god, what is this queue simulator? And like, you know, I was getting a lot of hate for this. Because I was making them queue up again. Because the shop doesn't open till 10:30, but I was like, I don't care, we're queuing. But look, I was right, okay? By the time we left the shop, after it opened, we got into the shop maybe 5 minutes after it opened, and by the time we got out... Hi, Leah! By the time we got out of the shop, there was literally a queue of about an hour's worth of people, so, you know, waiting half an hour, past half an hour, it was totally worth it in my opinion. Yeah, no, honestly, everyone was bitching at me for making them queue. But look, it was worth it, okay? Anyway, so yeah, I bought a bunch of things. I'll show you in a bit of the bunch of things I bought from the Witch's Valley shop, which was called Coven 13. Cool name. And actually, the Ghibli Park is great for baby watching. I love babies. Like, they're so cute. They look so delicious. And there were so many of them in Ghibli. I'm so sad that it was bad weather, so, you know, they couldn't run about. But yeah, you got to see a lot of cute kids. It's good for kid watching, and you know they're all happy because they're in a place they like, so it's super cute. And then so yeah, after we went to the shop, delicious. Yes, babies are delicious. You chew on their arms and they giggle. So adorable. But unfortunately you can only do that to kids, you know. They look what? They look happy. They're so happy and they look tasty. Well, they are tasty. The babies. Like you can't say that you like. Haven't you guys ever chewed on like a baby's cheek before? Like, obviously, it has to be a baby you know. You can't be just doing that to the strangers. But if you have like, you know, family kids or something, you can chew on their face or their arm. It's so hammy. Like, you know, Mika from Iron Blood Orphans, he was saying, oh yeah, the baby's arms look like ham. And I was like, see, it's not just me. Not even, what? You should. No, like, you know, you don't bite them, then you just kind of, you know, gum them with your lips. And then they usually find it hilarious as well. Like, the baby usually finds it really, really funny. Me scares me so. Why? They like it, okay? I've never had a baby angry about it. They usually giggle and find it funny. But yeah, there was loads of cute things. There was loads of cute babies and also small children. And I usually don't like small children, but these were actually adorable because yeah, I guess they were having so much fun, so it's cute to watch them like that. Anyway, and yeah, for lunch, I was apparently told that Ghibli has shit food. I've seen a lot of Japanese food influencers saying that. You've done that to my baby cousin on the cheek, they grab my face. Yeah, see? No. You usually, if you look carefully, you'll see a lot of parents doing it as well. I've seen so many parents chewing on their child's, like, arms. I remember my mum used to do it to my brother as well. So soft. Yeah, they grab your face. They also might try and eat your nose in retaliation. Yeah, it's like, yes it is. Yeah, and then if they're small enough, they'll literally like face plant you and try to chew on a part of your face too. But yeah, so I was told, I went through my studies of Ghibli Park. A lot of the Japanese food influencers saying that food is shit in Ghibli. And so I was like, okay, I'm not queuing up for the restaurants then, because there are restaurants there, but they queue a lot. They queue like 2 hours. I mean, basically, if you're not gonna go eat the first thing in the morning, you're not gonna be able to eat for a long time. So, well, I decided not to queue. Instead, I went for the food carts. And okay, they are cute though. So, I had the black cat paw hot dog thing. Yeah, it looks cute, but to be honest, there was nothing in it. There was like, there's no onions, nothing. It was literally just a sausage, like a bratwurst, and bread, and that was it. It was kind of dry. I can understand why people are saying, a lot of people rate this the best thing they have, by the way. So yeah, it was cute, but yeah, it was just a sausage and bread. I don't particularly like bread that much. The food at Ghibli wasn't bad from what I remember. It wasn't as near as amazing as you'd think, because mostly gimmick food that's good for photo posting. Oh, is it? Yeah, I was told that, yeah, like, you know, all of the main restaurants aren't that good. So I just avoided them. And then, yeah, so we also passed the Guchokipanya, the, you know, Kiki delivery service's bread shop. But the queue was already out of the door. It was, I think, about a 2 hour. I think the sign said 2 hour wait. And I was like, I'm not waiting 2 hours to look at the shop. That's crazy. I don't like Kiki that much. It's fine. You know what? I think my favourite Ghibli film is Nausicaa. And if they do, I am assuming they're going to build a Nausicaa shop. I mean, a Nausicaa area, and when they do, I will go back and I will probably like scree at everything because I do actually like Nausicaa. I really wanted to be Nausicaa when I was little. But yeah, they actually have a takeaway section next door, like, or well, attached to this building. They have like a little cart where they sell just the bread. So if you don't want to go in and look, you can just buy a selection of their bread without queuing up. And that's what we did, and we just split the bread. It was standard. It was okay. It was nothing amazing, but it was okay. It was alright, I suppose. But definitely, I couldn't queue that long. And then, yeah, we also saw the moving castle, which is... You would be at the stand all day. Nausicaa's your favourite too. Right, it's so good. I love Omu. Oh, that reminds me, I don't think I pulled out my Omu. Okay, I'm gonna... Before I show my merch, I'm gonna find the Omu little towel I bought. Do you read the Nausicaa manga? I think I did read some of it, but I don't think I read the whole thing. I do remember there being one. But yeah, because there is no Nausicaa area at the moment, I was not actually interested in going to Ghibli Park at all until I saw the moving castle and the insides of the moving castle. Because there's actually a video of the voice actor for Howl in Japanese, like doing a tour of it, and it looked so cool, and I was like, holy shit, no, I actually do need to go. You want to know Moo? Right, see, I want to know Moo too. It's so cute. So yeah, this is the video. I mean... I'm afraid you'll see that it's raining and you couldn't see the smoke so much, but there was smoke coming out. Like, can you kind of see the smoke? Oh, Howl's home. But yeah, this is so cool. But yeah, you can see the rain and it's gonna move. Raining, and it was super cold. It was really shit that day. But yeah. It was so cool in there. But of course, in true Miyazaki fashion, you're not allowed to take photos of anything inside. So unfortunately, I have no photos to show you. But actually, I'll link on the Discord later a video of the voice actor of Howl looking through the whole of Howl Moving Castle. And he got to like touch everything as well. But actually, that's the cool thing about Ghibli, I do admit. Ghibli Park, you are allowed to touch a lot of the stuff in there. Unless it says don't touch, you're pretty much allowed to touch it. And it's designed to be touched. So, like, a lot of the drawers and stuff are filled with things. So you can pull out everything. Actually, if you go upstairs of Kiki's bread shop, it's got her room as well. And you can look inside her room. And it was kind of cool because her clothes, because it was raining, her clothesline was inside. And she was hanging her clothes up inside. And also... yeah, like you could look inside her bag. Her bag was on her bed, and you can pull out like her notebook and stuff, and you can read her notebook. My favorite was always Spirited Away. Oh, Spirited Away is good though as well. I do like Spirited Away. I love Bo. Bo is cute. He's one of my favorite characters. But yeah, it was the same with Howl's Moving Castle. Inside, you could pull everything out, you could look at everything inside, it was so cool. And like, all the treasure chests and stuff, all his chests, you can open all the chests and pull things out. It was cool, and then... You've not watched... Oh, you probably should. I did go to see the stage show. Last year, was it? When it came to UK, the Spirited Away one, which was cool. I mainly wanted to watch it because the person who was playing Yubaba was the person who voiced her in the anime, and her understudy was Pakuromi, who's obviously my favorite voice actress. And yeah, I was like, oh, I really want, like, you know, whoever I get, I'll be happy. But then little did I realise that there was a third understudy, and she was the one I got because, you know, my luck. Knowing my luck. But yeah, the Howl's Moving Castle was really cool. You could see like even his bathroom and all the little rooms. Yeah, I always thought, well, I mean, of course my first Ghibli was probably Totoro, I think, but that's because I am Japanese, and you know, Japanese people show their kids Ghibli, and I suppose that's the most kid-friendly one, right? I like the mini Totoro, I think that's my favourite. He's my Oshi out of the 3 Totoros. yeah. And then next we went to the Princess Mononoke area, which has the mochi rice grilling whatever thing this thing. Me and Shinya did it. The other guys weren't that interested, but we did it. And I basically got the Neapolitan flavor, which is basically tomato ketchup. It ended up just tasting like, you know, the inside of omurice. It just tasted like the inside of omurice. But hey, it was fun. We got to twirl mochi rice stick things. I think these are like ancient snacks. I think they eat them in this anime. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But yeah, we did that. That was fun. I got to put some cheese on mine. Not very traditional, but you know. And then, oh yeah, then the thing was, because the premium tickets are very, very hard to get, it was just whatever we could get our hands on was what we got. And ideally, you want to get the 1 PM slot one for the Grand Warehouse. However, we couldn't get the 1 PM slot. We ended up getting the 3 PM slot. So we had some time left over. And we were hanging around. And it was cold. And I'm saying, yeah, it was cold, but then I actually went and ate this thing because I had seen this all over social media and I really wanted to try it. And this was the first place that I'd ever seen it in Japan. So I was like, oh, I need it. It's basically crushed ice, but strawberry. So it's basically shaved frozen strawberries. It's pure strawberry. And they've got like condensed milk on top, and it was delicious. It was really good. The woman looked at me like, oh, be careful, it's a bit cold. And I was like, yeah, I know it's freezing cold today, and I'm the crazy person who's eating frozen strawberries. But it was good, it was worth, okay? It was worth dropping my body temperature even more. But I could tell even the lady who was selling it was thinking I was crazy. But yeah, this was like a little food area in the middle. And it had this cart, and it also had a moss burger, a traveling moss burger, which all my friends were like, you know, scrambling to buy. Well, the tickets are sold, I think it's 2 months ahead online. At like, well, it's like 6 a.m. I think it's 6 a.m. UK time. They got it put on sale, and yeah, it's like a bloodbath to get these tickets. We were queuing from 6 a.m. and I think the virtual queue took 2 or 3 hours, and then by the time we got to the front, yeah, the 1 PM slots were gone. But it was just a miracle we even managed to get the premium tickets. No, it wasn't that we had them. It was we couldn't get them online in the first place. But yeah, we got the 3 PM ones. I mean, it's still good. I mean, at least we still had 2 hours to look through the main part. And then, oh yeah, so at 3 PM, we finally managed to get inside into the main area, the Grand Warehouse area, which was indoors, hooray, nice and warm. And yeah, this was the figure I wanted to see the most. It's the Radish God from Spirited Away. He's in a corner. He's actually quite hidden as well. He's like a life-size version of the Radish God. I did take a photo where I'm squashed behind it because I was like, yeah, I need this. I told one of my friends, take a photo for me, and I like crushed myself behind him because, you know, that's such an iconic scene, right, from the film. And I like the Radish God, he's cool. But yeah, we took some photos. There was also an exhibition actually in the Grand Warehouse, and it was a Ghibli food exhibition. That was really cool. They had like real, like, you know, food replicas of all the food that's in their animes, and also some of the kitchens. They reproduced some of the kitchens. And as I said, you're allowed to touch them. So you're allowed to touch like all the kitchens and open up everything and look at, you know, the Totoro family's kitchen and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't, yeah, because it was so cold and everyone was so sleepy, I didn't get to go to Kiki's house because actually one of the other buildings you're allowed to go into with the premium pass is the Okina residence, so the Kiki's parents' house, you know, the one you see at the start of the anime. I didn't go there. I think also there is a Whispers of the Heart area. I don't care about Whispers of the Heart, so I didn't go. I also skipped yeah, the Totoro area, the whole Totoro area I couldn't go to because yeah, it was pretty far. But I really wanted to go to the Totoro house, so it was a shame. But I think next time, if I am going, I will just go to when they make the Nausicaa area, I will go to the Nausicaa area, and then I'll go to the Totoro area, because that's 2 places I haven't been so far. Yeah, it was really good. But yes, I will show you guys my merch that I bought in Ghibli. As I said, I'm not such a huge, you know, fanatic of Ghibli, but I still do like Ghibli, and I did buy quite a few things, so I'll show you guys. Because a lot of them are exclusive to the park. Be right back, because I'm going to try and find that Omu thing I bought, I mean. Okay, right, yeah, there we go. Right, so yeah, yes, so as I said, I like Nausicaa, so, and they had hardly any Nausicaa merch, but they had a little towel with Omu on it, so it's so cute, isn't it? Look at him, he's so cute, he's a bug. I got that. It's a little hand towel. They had so many cute hand towels, like seriously, but I was like, I don't need that many hand towels. Right, yeah, I thought Nicholas was like that. Any Nausicaa fan would want, yes, it's so cute. I'm really, well, I assume Nausicaa area is probably going to come with, what's it called, the Laputa area. And Laputa is quite popular, so I assume they are going to build one, because they keep adding new areas. Because I think Witch's Valley was added recently as well, so. And then, the next thing I got was this. It's a pouch, it's super cute. This thing, I want to eat this so bad. I've heard it's a Taiwanese dish. The blobbery thing in Spirited Away, I want to eat that. You know, the one that the parents eat and turn into pig. I want that too. But yeah, this is a little pouch. It's like a Chinese restaurant style. And it's for the exhibition, for the food exhibition, which is really cool. Cute gradient. And I also got my favourite thing from Hal's room, which is the cow. You know, the sleeping cow that's on his bed. I really like that. You too want food so good as me doing, exactly. No, but I do want to go to that Taiwanese mountain village that the Spirited Away outside area was based on. That would be so cool. Yeah, and this is the cow, the sleeping cow. There's a pink cow on this one, and I really like her. So I had to get her. There was a life-size version of her, but I was like, no, I'll control myself. I literally had a list of things I wanted because I had to budget myself. I had to limit myself to 15k. Like, I was like, I'm not paying more than that. Like, I'm not spending more than that. However, a lot of the things I wanted was actually sold out, so then I guess it wasn't too bad. I didn't spend too much money. Yeah, it's got the little tag that says Valley of Witches. And it's cute. It's a little cute. I actually did a Howl set recently, and I made her because I love her. Even though it wasn't my set. And... oh yeah. It's rolling about one sec. And so yeah, I also got this. Ooh, it's reflecting like crazy. It's one of the stuff that you can see in Hal's room, but made into a brooch. It looks so cool, the eyeball. I love the eyeball. I was wearing this on my neck, like around my collar area, when I went to Ghibli. Because originally I was going to dress up as Kiki and get the headband, because there's a headband, like, you know, all Japanese theme parks have headbands. Even Ghibli Park has headbands, and I was going to get the Ghibli headband. Actually, I'm going to put the cow here. I was going to get the Ghibli headband. However, then I thought to myself, you know, that's really basic. There's going to be 5 zillion girls who are dressed as Kiki. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be, you know, amazingly pick-me and unique. So I decided to dress up as a witch. Like, just a random NPC witch. And so I used the Howl's accessories. I was gonna buy more because they had other Howl accessories like before. Like, I've seen vlogs where people have been buying the other parts. There was a hair clip from Howl's Moving Castle as well, and there was also earrings, you know, Howl's earrings, and also his rings. And I was gonna buy all of that and put it on, but yeah, it was all sold out. Like, literally, it wasn't even there when we went, so it must have. It's out of stock basically, which was really, really big shame. I also got this. This is one of the things that I queued up for basically, because this sells out really fast. This is incense papers. Oh, hi Meow. These are incense papers that are shaped, apparently. I haven't opened it. Let me open it. These are meant to be incense papers. You can burn them and they're scented. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Valley of the Witches, the Ghibli Park. Welcome back. Yeah, look. You know, it's the paper that Howl burns for his spells. It's those. But yeah, this sells really, really fast. And that's why I specifically wanted this, and that's the reason why I queued up so early. Oh, these smell good. It smells really nice. It doesn't smell like traditional incense, actually. This is nice. Oh, I should probably burn it at some point. Yeah, it says it's the Witch of the Waste paper, burning papers. Oh, this is nice. I do like this. Right, and also what did I get? Oh yeah, I got Yubaba's ring. One of Yubaba's rings that I think would look good on me. It's one of her glitzy, really retro rings. I don't know why I didn't put it on in the park, actually. I probably should have. Let me try it on. But look, these are so cool, because look at even the packaging. It's got like the symbol and everything. But yeah, this was super cheap though. This was only like 1,000 yen. So I think it's just costume jewellery, but... oh yes, very nice. I need claws, so I can be like Yubaba. This is nice. I like this ring. It's cute. It's very Art Deco. But I think Yubaba herself is very Art Deco, right? And also... oh yes, I got this from The gift shop just outside Ghibli Park. Here's a bow. He's so cute. Look at him. He's so cute. How do I show him? Look at him. He's so cute. Look at him. Oh my god, he's holding one of the... I fell in love with this. I saw it in the gift shop. I was like, oh my god, this was not a planned purchase. But this is so... As I said, I made a list, but this was not one of the items I was expecting to buy. But yeah, he is super cute. And he hangs so cutely, like he dangles so cutely. I had to get him. He was adorable. And yeah, I think Bo is literally one of my favourite Spirited Away characters, so... I like the way he goes, cute. And the fact he's a giant baby, you know, I like babies, so... And also, I got this. Oh, crashing. Zombie cat bus. Patchwork cat bus. This is the Ghibli Park exclusive design. You can only get this plush in Ghibli Park. It's, yes, what I call the zombie cat bus, but well, I guess it's the patchwork cat bus. I got the medium size. I was going to get the small one. Then I realised the small one doesn't come with the mice, and I was like, no, the mice need to be there. So I got the medium one. There was an extra large, huge one, but I was like, no, that's a bit too much. That's a bit too much. Put him here. And also, what else did I get? Yes. I got a tin. I got a tin. My merry-go-round of life tin. It's so cute. Look. Because this is the real merry-go-round that's actually in Ghibli Park. I didn't get to ride it. It's mainly because it was raining and cold. I couldn't be bothered. But yeah, look at how cool the carousel is. Like all of the characters are on there are so cool. And of course, it plays merry-go-round of life. And you know, yeah, it's got like Kiki's broom, and it's got Moro and the other one, Sans brothers, and the senpai witch cat broom. Yeah, it's so cool. I love this. And then obviously the Witch of the Waste Gom, the Gom men. And yeah, I think this comes with cookies. Yeah, I ate some of them already. I think this one's strawberry. Yeah, it is strawberry. You can see it's kind of cute. I wasn't feeling the strawberry. But there's an almond one. And there is very, don't these look so typically cookie? You know, I'm going to have one. I'll have another almond one. These are nice. But yeah, the thing is... This, actually, there was a figure version of this. Like, they were making, like, these sort of, all of these, but in figure form. And I really wanted them. There was, like, a blind box, and I really wanted it. But they were nowhere to be found. They were all sold out. And I think they were sold out, like, they were out of stock. I was so upset. I was so sad. Let's see. Nut. Yeah, you can see all the... I love biscuits with nuts in them. They're so nice. This is basically like shortbread. Shortbread. Not the biggest fan of shortbread, but I'm starting to be able to appreciate it. I think I really like Fortune & Mason's caramel shortbread. That's nice. I know Earl Grey shortbread's nice there too. And then the final thing I got is... One second. I'm still chewing. This was the Princess Mononoke meat jerky. did you ever want to eat the jerky that San ate? Because I did. Oh yeah, the cotton cream strawberry, yeah. I know Belle likes the salted caramel one like crazy. She loves those. But yeah. Have you guys ever watched the, you know, Princess Mononoke, you know, when she feeds Ashitaka the meat? I really wanted to try that. And they've actually got it. This was in the Mononoke area. And actually, the day we bought it, because Shinya bought some as well, and she opened hers, and we ate it. Okay, I have to give it to Ghibli. I know I'm always taking the piss out of Miyazaki Hayao for being such an edgelord and being so, you know, pick me all the time. But his, you know, attention to detail is something else. Because this beef jerky isn't like the normal beef jerky. It's not soft. Because, you know, in the anime, you can see it's super hard when she chews on it. And, you know, when she bites it, it makes that sound. And, yeah, it is. It's really... I've never seen jerky this hard. It's super hard and dry. But, at the same time, it does taste really good. And also, they haven't flavoured it. So, it literally is, like, meat flavour. Which I kind of actually like. Because I feel like a lot of jerky is really, like, you know, it's really sweet. A lot of the time, like, it's got that teriyaki flavour or barbecue flavour to it. This one tastes like actual meat. And, yeah, so it's really accurate to the anime. And I was actually shocked. Me and Shinya were eating it going, holy shit, this is really accurate. Yeah, it's literally meat leather. But, yeah, that is because if you watch that scene, it's really hard. She's chewing it really hard. And you can hear it, like, making the sound in her mouth when she's chewing it. And it's exactly the same. So yeah, I was shook. I was like, okay, I have to give it to him. This is super accurate. So they must have specifically commissioned this. It's not just a repackaged, you know, jerky, normal jerky. This is definitely one that they've made specifically for this product. It does say it's got soy sauce in it and shichimi, but yeah, it definitely doesn't taste like typical beef jerky even in Japan. And yeah, you can see, can you see, this is like one piece. This is one piece of meat that you just shred into pieces. It's not even like a broken bits. Like, it is literally a steak. And I'm sure, how many grams is this? 40 grams. This was probably a 200-300 you know, gram steak, I assume, for it to become this one piece, like full piece. So yeah, I was pretty impressed by this, and I'll enjoy it at some point. But yes, I have tasted this because Shinya opened hers. He was letting me eat hers. But yeah, that was all of the stuff I had bought from Ghibli. Oh my god, I think I put my nose too hard into the incense paper. Now my nose, I can just smell incense. But yeah, so after we went to Ghibli Park, we went to... Oh yeah, because basically we didn't have much time in Nagoya. We didn't get to eat, like, you know, the typical prefecture food for Nagoya. So to make up for it, I booked a izakaya, a Japanese pub that's called Yamachan. That's really famous. It's a Nagoya brand place, and they serve a lot of the Nagoya specialities. So they're famous for their fried chicken wings and their deep fried miso katsu. So it's katsu, but dipped in miso sauce. I was going to say soup there. Sauce. That's what I ordered. I can't remember what else I ordered. I think I ordered some other thing as well, but the wings were tasty. They were nice. They were really crispy and super juicy, and everyone was eating them. I mean, you could control how spicy it was. I think I ordered normal, but you can order like extra spicy, etc. as well. I had a Ramune drink. And yeah, the reason... Well, we stayed out because the reason for that was we were taking an overnight coach who well, we were going to Tokyo and then going over to Nikko. And I like using overnight coaches for long travel because A, you don't waste time. Because, you know, like, if you go on a Shinkansen or something, it has to always be, you know, kind of normal human hours, right? So you end up wasting, like, 3 hours or whatever traveling. But with an overnight coach, they usually depart at, like, 12 at night. And they arrive at about 6 or 7 in the morning. So you don't waste any time. Like, you wake up and you're there. Secondly, it's cheap. Because overnight coaches, like a nice fancy overnight coach like the ones we got, are quite expensive, but they are about the same price as a Shinkansen ticket. And if you think about it, it's overnight, so you're going to save a hotel room for a night. It's actually cheap. So yeah, I usually take an overnight coach for long distances, like from Kansai to Kanto or Kanto to Kansai. I usually take an overnight coach, and we were taking an overnight coach that day. So yeah, but basically we went to the pub, we ate food, and we hung around for a bit. And then I think we went karaoke. We went karaoke because there's nothing else to do. And the bus, right outside the bus stop that we needed for the overnight coach, there was a karaoke. So I was like, hey, let's go there. Because to be honest, in Japan, if you want to waste time, like, karaoke is the best place. Even if you don't sing, like, you know, it's shelter, for one. And for two, usually you get free drinks, so you can drink as much you like of whatever. So it's actually a good place to waste time. So I think we spent a bit of time there. And then actually, let me know. Well, let me show you I say a coach, but it's not the same as what you guys are probably used to. Let me pull this up. I really personally love this coach. I think it's really good. Let's see. I've been on it more than once before. So yeah, this is the kind of coach it is. So it's kind of like a pod, and you can almost sleep flat. It's like a bed, almost. And yeah, it's only 3 people per row, and you know, it's a pod, so it's not like, you know, you're scared of touching anyone or, you know, sleeping on people by accident, whatever. That's not the case. It's really nice and cozy. I always have a really good sleep on these. Some people don't like them, but I really think they're good. Like, so yeah, that is an option if you guys ever go to Japan and you are going to cross somewhere that's you need a long Shinkansen for. There is an option of an overnight coach. This is the Wilna Express, the Reborn, I think. They do loads of different coaches. I mean, if you want to go cheap, you can. Like, you can literally go from Tokyo to Osaka in for 10 quid on a cheap overnight coach. But yeah, this is one's fancy. I think this one was about 50 quid. Or so. It's still not bad, you know. And yes, so we went on those. And the only problem though with these Reborn coaches, because the older coaches that Wilna run have toilets on them. However, this one does not. I assume they basically used all the space for these pods. I know there is an even fancier coach that goes from Osaka to Tokyo, where you can actually get a private room. God, I can't remember what that one was called, but it's really fancy. Oh shit, what was it called? It is called... Oh no, I don't know. I don't know what that it's called. Oh, Dream Sleeper. That's it, yeah. The Dream Sleeper. Oh no. Second, let me pull it up. These look really cool though. I've never been on one of these. These are more expensive. I think they're almost 100. No, they're about 70-80 pounds. But yeah, they do have these where it's literally a private room. This does have bathrooms, and also the bed, they go straight flat like a bed. So this is also another option if you ever go to Japan and you want to go onto a fancy overnight coach. But anyway, yes, so these don't have toilets, and to remedy that, they do stopovers. So every like 1 or 2 hours, they'll stop at a rest stop so that you can go to the toilet. I think the coach stops for like 15 minutes just to let people go to the toilet. But the guy was saying, because obviously it departed at 12 at night, he was saying, oh yeah, I'm not, like, after the first stop, I'm not going to announce anything. I'm just going to open the door. I'm not going to switch the light on. The door's going to be open, so, you know, and it will show you what time you need to come back. And usually I tend to go to the toilet at least like once, like, you know, early in the morning at like 4 or 5 in the morning. So I was a bit scared. I was like, oh no, I definitely need to go. And luckily I managed to wake up, like, randomly. I think it was because the coach stopped at a coach stop, and the truck that was next to it was making so much noise, like the exhaust or whatever was making so much noise. I woke up and I was like, oh yeah, let me go to the toilet. So I left the coach, I went down, and I obviously, bearing in mind I was still half asleep because I literally woke up like 2 seconds ago, and I looked around and I didn't even know where the fuck I was. I was like, where am I? I had this moment of like, who am I? Where am I? And I was just looking around in a half asleep daze, thinking, what am I meant to do again? Oh yeah, I was meant to go to the toilet. And I was like, oh, I need to make sure I remember the number of the coach, because last time I did almost get lost. Like, thankfully I didn't, but once I almost got lost. And I was like, okay, let me take a photo of the coach just so I can remember in case I get lost. And I think I was probably, yeah, lost in a truck stop exactly in the middle of nowhere in Japan. Like, bro, that's not good. And I must have looked like some flipping zombie, because the driver got so concerned. He got out and he was like, are you all right? Because I was just standing in front of the coach, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then he was like, the toilet's over that way, you know. And I was like, oh thanks. And I just felt so embarrassed. I was just like, I just had to, like, you know, waddle along, because he must have thought I was yeah, I don't know, he looked very concerned for me because I was literally a zombie. But that was just honestly because I was almost half asleep. Like, I was pretty much asleep at that point. But thankfully I didn't get lost. I managed to come back, and I got on the truck, I got on the bus, and I fell back to sleep. And I woke up and we were in Tokyo. Because yeah, we were actually planning to go to Nikko that day, which is in Tochigi. But that's the other side of Tokyo, so we have to go through Tokyo if we want to go from Nagoya. So we decided to get the bus to Tokyo and then get the train from Tokyo to Nikko. So yeah, we dumped all our suitcases in a tourist information whatever, and then we were all ready, because I think we arrived at Tokyo at 6 and our train out was like 10. So we were all ready. We went to the train station to get a train, all excited, being like, yeah, let's go. And there was something wrong. There was something seriously wrong. Our train wasn't coming, and we were like, what the fuck is going on? Oh my god, what the hell? And then there was an announcement saying, oh yeah, the 10 o'clock SpaceX is going to be delayed. We were like, okay. And yeah, we waited and waited, and we're like, oh well, surely it's Japan, it can't be too much delays. And like half an hour went by and nothing still. And one of the guys went to ask what was going on, and apparently someone, you know, had collided with the train before us, I think. So our train wasn't coming in to go back out. And she was like, oh, we don't know when it's going to be, but we haven't cancelled your train yet, so you can still go. And I was like, Okay, well, I mean, luckily we had nothing planned that day, just to go, we just had to get to our villa, because I had booked a villa in Nikko, and that was it. That was the only plan we had, and have dinner, and that's it. And we didn't even book anything, so it's fine, we can wait. So we opted to wait, and pretty much every single Japanese person had opted to like, you know, leave, because then just get a refund on their ticket, because I guess they had better things to do. So it was just basically all the tourist people, the few tourist people who were going that way, waiting. And because we had loads of time, we were in Asakusa, actually, the Asakusa station. Me and Shinya went to explore, because there was a department store, a Depa-Chica, a department store underground, connected to the station. And we went to buy some bentos, because why not? So we went to the Ekiben. And my favorite bento shop, which is the Yokohama Shumai bento, they had a stand there, so I was like, yes, I'm getting one. And Shinya got these sushis, but she was saying how she can't eat all of them, so I helped her finish them. They were delicious. And but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna save my bento for when the train comes. Right, we waited, I think, about 3 hours. I think in total. I think the train came at like 1. Finally came. The train finally came. It was this one. It's a special express. It's very fancy inside. And they actually have quite a few different seats. They have a really fancy one where you can get your private compartment. And we couldn't get that one. That was fully booked. And there's also a lounge that was fully booked as well, but we got the premiere, so the first class seats, which were like this. They were quite nice, but to be honest, I didn't like the seats that much. They do look comfy, but they, I don't know, they were weird. They were a bit weird. Oh yeah, we finally, 3 hours late, got on the train. And yes, this was my bento, my shumai bento. It's so delicious. I have it every single time I go to Japan. It's so good. I like the shumai here more than Horai even. It's so good. I love it. And yeah, we finally departed, and it was only like 2-hour train to Nikko, and we got there like 3 or 4 hours late. And yes, it's literally in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, like, we were all like, wow, this is like, you know, some Hikaru died sort of area. It was like just mountains and like fields, and that's all there was. It's quite a famous onsen resort, actually. And but onsen resorts are pretty expensive. They're about, I don't know, about 200 quid or 300 quid a night. But I mean, they do come with food, but they are quite pricey. And so I was like, oh, we are on a budget because it's quite a long trip. So instead, I rented a Rakuten villa. They are nice. That was the first time I'd ever been in one. They are nice. So the company Rakuten, they actually do their own like houses and holiday homes and whatever as well. And yeah, they do a villa, and they had a villa here, and it was really nice. So we stayed in that. And because it was like, you know, a villa, so it was just, you know, self-catering. So we went to the local supermarket, because there was no konbinis there. There was literally one supermarket and one pharmacy, and that's all there was for like fucking 20 minutes. There was nothing else there. There was hardly any vending machines, nothing. It was really countryside. So I was like, hey, we can eat the frozen food, because, you know, Japanese frozen food's so cool. So we went to both the pharmacy and the supermarket had food for some reason, and so we bought some food. Oh yeah, this was my food. So there was frozen gyoza, and there was obviously utensils and saucepans and stuff in the villa, so I bought some frozen gyoza, and they cooked really nicely, so I got that. And I also got some, what is this? I can't even remember what I ate. I think it was rice. And oh yeah, rice, and also some aubergine thing. The aubergine thing was kind of mid, and also I got some sushi rolls, and also some grapes. I know it's a weird mix, but it was nice. It was good. I shared the gyozas with Shinya, and yes, this is Shinya's meal. Like, you know how I said she is a literal cat? She is actually a literal cat. She bought a whole eel, and some fish, and a potato salad, and some onigiri, and that was her dinner. I was like, Shinya, are you actually going to eat that whole? Yes, all the fish. I was like, are you actually going to eat that eel? And she was like, yes. And she actually did go and just like chew on the eel. But yeah, she said the fish, the whitebait wasn't that great. But I think that's just because whitebait, I love whitebait as well, but it has to be freshly grilled, I think. When it's pre-grilled, it's not as good. Yeah, and the crisps are also hers. She was carrying them the whole trip. They were like oyster-flavoured crisps that we never actually ended up eating. I think she ended up taking them home. Yes, that's me versus Chaos Cat's dinner. And once we had dinner... Hello, Tien. Yes, side with fish with a side of fish. Oh, and some extra fish. Yeah, that's basically her. And after we had dinner, our villa had an onsen, an actual onsen coming from the tap. So that was great. It was literally already filled when we got there, and it was just carried on like topping up warm water. But yeah, real onsens are really, really hot. So there was a thermos on this, and I think it said like 42 degrees or something. It was pretty hot. And there was a button where you could press and cold water, like some shot of cold water would come out. So it's like, in case it was too hot for you. And I know a lot of the guys were saying they had to put loads of cold water in to try and get in. It was really nice though. It kind of reminded me of when I was little, because my grandpa used to love onsens, and he used to take us to a lot of onsens. So I was kind of used to the temperature, but a lot of people did not like how hot it was. But it's nice. We had onsen in our flat. It was great. Or villa. It was a really nice villa as well. Really clean and really fancy. I think because it was Rakuten, a lot of the appliances were like sponsored by different companies. So like there was like a Dyson hairdryer. Like holy shit, I can't afford a Dyson hairdryer. I had never used one before, but I used it there. It's like, oh, this is so good. And yeah, there was like lots of things that said, oh, you can buy this at the, like, if you scan the QR code. So I guess that's pretty smart, isn't it? They basically have a holiday home and they have adverts, basically. Right. Now, then the next day we went to the reason we are in Nikko in the middle of nowhere in the first place, which is Edo Wonderland. I went there because my friend Fish, she recommended it to me ages ago. She was saying, oh yeah, it's really good. And I knew that some of the people on the trip would love it as well, so I decided to go. However, Edo Wonderland is literally in the middle of nowhere in Nikko. It's like further into Nikko as well. It's not even where we were staying, like in the edge. So yeah, it's really far. But we made it. And basically Edo Wonderland is like a recreation or reenactment village. It's meant to be Edo era Tokyo, or back then it was called Edo, I suppose, and they have actors in costumes and everything. All the buildings and stuff are, like period accurate, and there's lots of shops and stuff like that. And it was really cool. They have an opening ceremony, and I took a video of it, so we can have a look. We can watch. You ready? These are all the kids. There were so many little kids for their school trip. It's cool. And then yeah, all the kids were so super excited as well. Yeah, there was like hardly any tourists. So there was some, but it was very few because, yeah, as I said, it is very far. So yeah, it was like that. It was so cool. and then you got to go in, and yeah, all the like it was kind of like a twisty mountain path. And the first shop you get to is a transformation shop, so you have the option of dressing up as a character from that era as well. And most of my friends, apart from one, did it. And I dressed up as a Yakuza lady, a Yakuza boss lady, because I thought that was quite fun. It was one of the villain theme ones. And they give you a name. They give you, because, you know, back in those days, the traditional names of Japanese people was different from, you know, like the modern names. So, and obviously, I guess, like, because the actors will talk to you in character if you are in the costumes. I assume, you know, so that the actors know how to address you and stuff, you get given an NPC name as well. So I got given an NPC name. I was called Osawa. And, like, the lady was like, oh, you know, if someone calls you that, then they're talking to you. I would be the Yakuza, yes. Who I think one of the guys wore, like, you know, the whole battle armor, the samurai battle armor. He wore that. My other flatmate, he wore Japanese hipster clothing. You know, back then, people who dressed, who were hipsters of the Edo era, because yes, he is basically like that in real life anyway. So, yeah, he wore that, and, Shinya, she wore... What did she wear? Oh yeah, she was a samurai's daughter. She was very cute. I wish I could show you a picture of her. She was so cute. Like, when I saw her, I was like, oh, this looks so cute. She just looked at me funny. And it was really cool. Like, yeah, all the reenactment actors, they would actually talk to me. They would be like, oh, Ane-san, thank you for protecting us last time. And, oh, this is doing well thanks to you. And, you know, the sad thing was, I did not research enough back, like, you know, beforehand to be able to respond in the correct way. Because, you know, back then, they spoke different. It's kind of like, I know, like Shakespearean language, for example. It's like, it's different. They speak in a different tongue. And I didn't know what to say, which was kind of a shame. So I just nodded and tried to look, you know, as cool as possible, like this. And be like, okay. But yeah, like, you can see the streets were like this. They had like the loads of shops. They had like little places where you can get information about things like towns in Edo era. It was pretty cool. Silent aura farming. Yes, I was praying and trying to aura farm as hard as possible. It was good. And yes, they also had a hut where you can make your own rice crackers. I've never made my own rice crackers. I don't think Japanese people usually do make their own rice crackers. Like, we just buy it from the shop, right? Like, but yeah, they had this thing where they would let you cook your own rice cracker, which is nice. So yeah, we tried that out. That was fun. There was like a coal fire or like a charcoal fire, and we would grill we'll turn the rice crackers, make sure they don't burn. That was nice. I ate it straight afterwards. And yeah, they had like food carts. Oh yeah, they had food carts like this. Oh well, food stalls. And it was actually interesting because back in the Edo era in Japan, apparently eating pork was illegal, but people still wanted to eat pork, so they would sell it while calling it mountain whale, because I guess it's kind of similar meat texture, right? Because whale is quite fatty as well, so they used to call it mountain whale and sell it. So yeah, like this stall, they do yakitori and grilled mountain whales. So I did have a mountain whale. It was quite nice. It was like, I think it, like, I can't remember, it might have been teriyaki flavor, yakitori flavor, teriyaki flavor. It was good. And then yeah, there was all these koi fish. There were all these koi fish, and look, I'll show you the video of the koi fish. You got to feed them. You can buy some feed, look at how many flipping fish there were. There were so many, and they were going crazy. Look at how many fish. Holy shit, there was so many koi's in that pond.
Oh no. This might actually
Yeah, I kind of got bored of giving them one at a time.
Ooh, that's a
So
lot.
I just ended up pouring the
Holy shit.
whole. There were so many. And look at that huge one. The huge grey one.
There's a big one over there,
There
white
was a lot
one.
of fish in that pond. Yeah, they had like
Wow.
boats and stuff going across it as well. You know, those like man-pushed canoe things that you can ride. Yeah, we fed the fish. And then, what else was it? Oh yeah, this is what I had for lunch. It was a traditional yuba. Yuba is tofu skin. I love tofu skin, and I think Tochigi is famous for tofu skin because they had a lot of tofu skin products. And Inev was mentioning this dango, right? I had this too. This one was really nice. Big grey one was old man fish. Yeah, I think it was. This one was really nice actually. I was surprised. Because a lot of the time the tri-coloured dangos are not that great. They're just kind of there. But this one was really good. It was really soft and squishy and fresh. I was pleasantly surprised by it. It was good. And then... oh yes. Then we went to see the Halloween event that they had. Which was the yokai parade. I don't know if you guys know. I mean, if those of you who watch Jujutsu Kaisen should know the 1000 Demon Parade. That is a legit thing in Japan, like folklore. Where Nuraihyun, the leader of the demons, or the yokai, he will gather the 1000 yokai and do a parade through Kyoto. That's the law. But well, yes, so there was an actor who was Nuraihyun. And he came and like there was a load of like wandering actors who were dressed up as yokai, and they were all kneeling towards him and going, just finished season 2 not long ago. Yeah, well, like the whole 1000 Demon Parade is a legit like, you know, like story that they've been telling since the Edo era. And yeah, they were all like, oh, Nuraihyun sama, and then he was saying, oh, you know, these humans, they're pretending to be us. And this stupid thing they do called Halloween, and you know, I think it's time that we show them what real yokai are about. And then he started shouting death to the pumpkins, and I was like, what? That's not fair. We can be friends. Pumpkins can be friends with yokai. He was like, we must defeat the pumpkins. They are our enemy. That was pretty cool. So yeah, and then they literally did a whole parade through the whole town. And I basically stalked them. Like, they had a load of different yokai. They had, like, the cat yokai, the Bakineko girls. And actually, if you dress... because there was an option to dress up as, I think the Kitsune Miko girls. So, a bit like, you know, the girls in Silent Hill F. The Kitsune Miko girls. Those were actually a character you could dress up as. You suddenly feel targeted and attacked, exactly, because he was just chanting death to the pumpkins. The pumpkins are our enemy. But yeah, like if you opted to dress up as one of the yokai options, you could actually, like you actually would be in the parade with them. Because basically, when we went to the dress ups, like we were probably like the 4th or 5th people to go into the dress up section. But right in front of us, there were some girls who were running, like, from the start. When the doors opened, they were running. And me and Shinya were like, why are they running? And I heard the girls going, oh, we want to be the Kitsune Mikos. So I guess they really wanted it, because the roles are limited. So basically, like, the Yakuza boss lady, only, I think, one person that day can be it. And stuff like that. And the Kitsune Mikos, there's only 2 people per day that could be the Kitsune Miko. So I guess they really wanted to be the Kitsune Miko. So, yeah, so we saw them later in the yokai parade. They got grabbed by the actors and they had to walk along with the actors, which was kind of cool. I stalked them. And then there was like a photo opportunity section afterwards, so I took a photo with them. It was pretty cute. And then it was time for the Oiran parade. I really love oirans. I don't know, I can't remember if I've said how much I like oirans in a stream before, but I love oirans. I think they're so cool. They're so much better than geishas. Because geishas used to be wingmen for, because they were men before, wingmen for oirans, who are the high class courtesans. And apparently, back in the day, obviously, no pleb could ever see an oiran, usually, because only very rich people who are influential could ever see an oiran in real life. However, apparently one shogun or something felt really sorry for the peasants who could never see the beautiful lady, and he paid for the parade. So that's why there was a parade. It was literally because some random rich guy decided to, you know, flex how rich he was to the peasants. But hey, it meant that everyone got to see her. So yeah, she used to be like a celebrity back in the day. And yeah, she would do these parades once every now and then, from one side of the town to all the way down to her tea house. So they did that. It was pretty cool. As an oiran otaku, I do say that she wasn't walking properly. But I guess that can't be helped. It is quite a hard way to walk that apparently is really dangerous. You might trip. I assume for safety reasons she wasn't doing the proper footsteps because of that. But that was pretty cool. Yes. Look at this hot woman you can barely glance at. Yep, basically that's why. And I did not know this either, but until I went to Edo Wonderland. But apparently, because the head oiran, like the most famous, like the top oiran of, like the whole of the red light district, would be called the Taiyu. Apparently, Taiyus were actually a government official job, so they were an actual official, really recognized job that was recognized by the Mikado. So they were actual legit people who had benefits and stuff, compared to like a normal courtesan or, you know, something like that. Yeah, he was literally just flexing his wealth by doing that. And yeah, so she paraded all the way through the shopping district and went to her tea house. So this was her tea house. This was when it was closed, but we queued for the last thing that day. She also had like a little performance in the tea house, and it was hilarious though, because there's a pretty cool manga. Which one? Sakuran? Yeah, I liked Sakuran. It's probably not 100% legit, but you know. Yeah, basically. But yeah, like these were expensive courtesans. Like, I think to look at her through a screen, it was the equivalent of like, yeah, 5 or 6 grand that first visit. You don't get to do anything or even talk to her, you just get to look at her. And then she'll talk to you through the screen after a few visits of these 5-6 grand. And then after that, she may actually show her face to you, and then after a few more visits she might actually, you know, spend some time with you, you know, pour you drinks, etc. And then after that, it was, you know, possibly if she liked you, then she can go further. Now I'm talking about oirans, not, you know, normal courtesans. But yeah, they basically had a lot of power compared to other people in the same industry, basically. And I guess, yeah, that's because it was a government official job. So yeah, she was doing like a little dance and stuff for us. But the funny thing was that the guy who was with her, he picked someone in the crowd to be the, you know, the lord who was being entertained officially by her. And it was hilarious because they picked one of the tourists, and they picked one British guy who was the most awkward. Like, he was so awkward, and I think that's why they picked, like, the guy picked him. He must have thought, haha, he'll be funny, so he picked this random awkward British guy. The poor guy had was taken to the backstage, got dressed up as a funeral lord, and he had to sit on the stage. And he was given these lines to say as well. It was hilarious, and you can see he was looking so uncomfortable and awkward. And actually, my friend videoed the whole thing, and afterwards he spoke to the guy. I was like, "Oh, do you want the video?" He was like, "Yeah, okay." His girlfriend was like laughing his head off. Her head off. But it must have been cool. You get to see it in real life, like, so up close. But she was really cool. The Taiyu, the main Oiran, she was very cool. Yeah, because I think Sakuran, she becomes the Taiyu, doesn't she, in the manga? They're very famous. And yeah, that was the last thing we saw that day. We went back, got changed. And we got those strawberries, the strawberries I was showing you on Discord, the strawberry, the soaked strawberry. Because it's a shoujo, right? It's about a girl who falls in love with a guy, but he's not, basically he's a peasant and he can't afford her because she becomes, like, she's sold into being Oiran. And she becomes, yeah. And then she rises in rank all the way up to Taiyu. And she becomes such a, like, desired person that, and there's no way he could ever afford her. Wasn't he the shoulder guy? Wasn't he her shoulder guy? This thing, yeah, this guy, you know, the guy next to the Oiran, who she, like, usually it's a man to help steady her because she can't walk properly in those shoes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was that. I vaguely remember. I remember reading it ages ago. So yeah, after that, we went back to the main city. Yeah, it's sad shit. Yeah, it's shit. They never get together. Spoilers. Yeah, and we went back to the main station near our villa. Not because we had a station nearby which was closer, but there was a bigger station like 20 minutes walk away, and I said, oh, let's go there. Of course, it's countryside, so everything closes super early. Everything was closed at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So by the time we got there, everything was pretty much closed. However, there was some food places, and I think my friends were like, oh, we want some yakitori. So we looked for a yakitori place, and we found one. And we went to this izakaya. It was like a tiny family-run izakaya with just a wife and a husband. Obviously, it's in the middle of nowhere. So, you know, it's super countryside. On the right, I have apparently raw tofu skin. I had never had it before as a sashimi. And I was like, oh, well, I do like tofu skin, so I'll try it. It was basically just tofu skin, like a really soft, fresh tofu skin. I also had chicken skin on skewer. That was delicious. That was really good. It was really nice. And you can see Shinya's hand. She's already diving into the fish that me and her were sharing. The place that we were sharing. But it's fine because I can't really. I don't really like. I can do it if I really have to, but I don't really like dissecting fish. I'm really bad at it, so I just let her do it. So, and then I just get to eat it. She dissects it and I eat it. So it's fine. But yeah, by the time I was taking the photo, she was already diving into it. Does Shinya only eat fish? Well, no, she eats meat as well, but she really does like fish. Yeah, she's being Chaos Cat. I actually have a collection of food photos from years of Shinya not being able to wait for me to finish taking the photo and her hand being somewhere in the photo. You know, like that cat meme where those cats, where they touch the food, she basically does that. I've got so many where like she's picking a piece of it up and stuff like that. And it came to the point it became a meme, and she kept on, like, started doing it on purpose. But yeah, okay, so in this izakaya that we were in, I'm talking, this is tiny. I think it was literally below a person's house. So probably the owners live upstairs and they have the shop downstairs. So literally, I think it only holds maybe 12 people, 13 people. And we were there in one corner, and then an American family came in. I don't know, like, I think they were also at Edo Wonderland that day, and they came. And oh my god, I have to tell you guys about the dad. Is there a word for a guy Karen? What the hell would you call a male Karen? Because he was a male Karen. So it was clear it was an American family when they came in, and they sat next to us, and it was like you know, one of those tatami places with a hole on the floor for our feet. So it was one of those, and we were just watching them. And of course, this is literally in the middle of nowhere. There's no English menu. There's nothing like that. Yeah, Kevin, maybe. And there's no, you know, the owners can barely speak any English, because obviously, yes, it is really in the middle of nowhere. It's total, like, you know, countryside. And yeah, it's a family of like 4 or 5 of them. There's a daughter, there's a son, and there's a mother and a grandmother, I think, and there was a dad. And I think they were like, I think the mother was Asian, possibly like, you know, Japanese American, or I don't know, but actually she might have been Chinese because she couldn't speak any Japanese. And there was a dad who was this white man, this white, like, quite, like, you know, stout American man who looked very typically American. And yeah, well, we were just watching. Like, me and Shinya were watching because we were sitting next to each other. We were like, I wonder what's going to happen with this. They don't seem to be able to speak any English or Japanese. This is going to go well. Because it was one of those places where the lady was like, oh, could you just write your order on this piece of paper and give it to me? She wouldn't even take the order, but anyway. So she came, and the guy first started asking what whiskies they had. And the guy and the lady really didn't understand what the hell he was talking about, because obviously, yeah, he was going, oh yeah, where's the whiskey? And she was like, huh? And then he was like, oh, I don't drink Suntory. I only drink this one. I only want Johnny Walker. Do you have any Johnny Walker? And the lady was like, no, we only have these ones. Like, you know, it was a sort of place where you can't even choose what brand whiskey. It was just says, you know, whiskey highball, for example, and you get what you get, and which was Suntory. But he was like, no, I don't want that. I want this. And then he was like, oh, don't worry, I'll just show you. And he got up, and you could tell that, you know, the daughter and the son were looking really embarrassed for him already. And he marched up to the bar counter bit area and started pointing at stuff. And I think it was because the lady had a collection of like mini bottles of alcohol that she had been gifted by people throughout the years as decoration. And he wanted one of those, and she was like, oh no, that one's not for sale. And he was like, oh, but I want it. And oh my god, he was making such a huge fuss. And me and Shinya were just side-eyeing, like, okay. And then, yeah, so he spent a good 10 minutes arguing about that. And then he sat back down. And then everyone was, like, Google translating the menus. Because as you can see the menu at the background of my food. There is no English. There's no English written on these. And so they were Google translating everything. And then the guy was like, I want tuna. I want grilled tuna. And I think his daughter was like, well, there isn't any here. Because, yeah, there was only grilled yellowtail head. But yeah, because if you know, yellowtail's quite large. The head part is quite large. So in Japan, quite a popular bar snack is a grilled yellowtail head, and they did have that, but they didn't have just like, you know, slices of like steak, I guess, like fish steak. They didn't have that. They also had, you know, the grilled place that I had with Shinya. But no, he wanted tuna. He was like, I want grilled tuna. And then she was like, well, there is none. And then he didn't, for some reason, he didn't believe her or something. He got the lady who works there and started demanding grilled tuna. And he was making such a fuss. Me and Shinya noticed together. We were just side-eyeing him again. And then he pointed at the yellowtail head. And he was like, this is tuna. And then the lady was like, no, this is not tuna. And his daughter was like, no, this is not tuna. It's amberjack, which I think is a name for... because basically in Japan, yellowtail evolves depending on the age of it. It's like a Pokemon. The names change. And it was meant to be the fattiest version, which is like the oldest version, which I think is called amberjack in English or something. I don't know. They Googled it and it said amberjack. And she was like, it's amberjack. And he was like, yeah, that's tuna. And she was like, I don't think it's tuna, Dad. And he was like, no, it's tuna. And yeah, he somehow insisted it was tuna. It was not. Unfortunately, we had finished eating and we did not get to see the face that this guy was probably making when he got the food and realized that it's literally a yellowtail head. I really wanted to see it, but unfortunately we couldn't hang around that long. We had finished eating. I'm very regretful. I wish I saw it. I'm sure he started ranting again. But yeah, he was making such a scene with everything he was saying. His family looked like so embarrassed for him. It's food and spectacle. Yeah, it was a free show. Yeah, it was a free show. Free Raging American Man show. And didn't think we'd see it in the middle of Nikko, but hey, we did. I feel bad for the people working there. Well, it was the owner, yeah, the lady, the owner's wife, and she was just like, we don't have it. Because that's the thing, if you work for yourself, you can say shit like that, and she was quite, you know, straightforward for a Japanese person. She was like, we don't have it. And he was like, but tuna, and she was like, no. And he was like, but this is tuna, and she was like, no, it isn't. Should hire him for stunts. Yeah, no, honestly, he was that stereotypical booming American man that you would see in a film. Didn't think they were real, but apparently they are real. So yeah, after that, we just walked home. We got some ice cream, we walked home. Oh, we went to the one 7-Eleven that was in that whole town. Can you believe they have one 7-Eleven and it was next to that big station? So we went there, bought some snacks, and went back. For the theme cafe. Yes, should. And yeah, next morning, look. You see? It was so fancy. You had all sorts of typical, stereotypical entertain the locals. It literally was like that. Me and Shinya were just smirking to each other and just eating. And it was so funny because some of the guys were like, aren't you going to help them? Are you going to tell them that they're wrong? And I was like, no, I'm not going to tell them. I'm just going to let them find out when they get food. Because I'm mean like that. I didn't want to get involved with the American male Karen. But yeah, this is the site we saw from like right outside our villa. It's so nice. Look at all the mountains. Yep, I was like, I'm not engaging in this, fuck that. But unfortunately, I mean, thankfully, when we went to Edo Wonderland, it wasn't raining, but unfortunately, it started raining again. But it was okay. It was our last day, as in, it was a day we were traveling back to Tokyo, so all we had to do was get on the train again. But of course, if we're getting on a long distance train means a new bento, so I bought a bento. Look at how cute this bento was. It came with a free handkerchief. I think it was like a collaboration with an artist. And because Tochigi, which is the prefecture we were in, is famous for their wagyu, so it was a wagyu. There was a fancy ass wagyu Western bento, Western food bento. It had a wagyu hamburg, some spaghetti Napolitan, and a steak, a wagyu steak, and some rice. I don't know why you get so much rice. I don't think you need this much rice. But anyway, it was pretty good. I liked it. It was quite fancy. I splurged on it. It was quite expensive. I think it was like 20 quid or something. But hey, I mean, for this much wagyu, it wasn't too bad. And it was super cute. I think I did just fall in love with the box. It was so cute. And yeah, so that was my meal. Wagyu hamburg, yep. It was wagyu hamburg. Which is quite common actually in Japan, but this was Tochigi beef wagyu. Because yeah, Tochigi produce their own wagyu cows. And it's quite famous. Tochigi's famous for strawberries and wagyu. Well, and yuba, like, what's it called? Tofu skin, apparently. Which I didn't know until I went there. But yeah, and that was the end of our second week. Which was fun. It was good times. And then yeah, we moved on to Tokyo. So yeah, I think next week I will cover Tokyo. Where I went to even more Chainsaw Man things and didn't get anything. Though I did get something in one of them. And what else did we do? What did we do? Let me have a peek. What did we go? Oh yeah, we went to Koreatown. We also went to, oh yeah, the Iron Blood Orphans collab karaoke. We went there. We also went to the most amazing sushi lunch. Oh my god, it was delicious. And yeah, we went to the fishing restaurant. Yeah. And and we watched the Chainsaw Man film for the second time as well. But yes, I will cover that next week. Yes, the Chainsaw Man situation is crazy part 2. Yes, basically. That's that. I will do that next week. Right. My next stream is going to be on Friday. We are going to do some what's it called? Demos. I don't know why I'm mind blanking. Demos. I'm going to do Umigari from Chiller Arts, the new Chiller Arts demo that came out a few weeks last month. I'm a bit late because I was in Japan, and also Hasbro Mania, which is the horror Alice game. I'll make sure to get food for next week so I don't get hungry from food pics again. Yes, eat while you watch so that you don't get hungry. And yeah, well, I'll see how long it'll take for those two. If I have enough time, I'll play the third life, the reincarnation of the Junji Ito game I played yesterday. But we'll see. But yes, that will be from 8:30. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I'll wrap up. Chiller. Yeah, Chiller game. Make sure not to trust any men. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, apparently we're on a ship because this is a fishing game. We're on a, like, you know, those like tuna boats. I think it's one of those kind of fishing, like that kind of fishing, not casual fishing. We mean like deep, like, you know, sea fishing. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yes, so I guess I'll wrap it up for today. There may be a merman. There might be. Yes, true. We're going fishing. We're going fishing. And then we're going to go and see Alice, but fucked up. Or something like that. I suggested this game. I'm not sure what it's going to be like. But we'll see. And yeah, well, thanks for coming to listen to me yap for almost 3 hours about Kyoto and crazy American men and me dressing up. Standard Japanese Japan trip stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, a fishing trip. Okay, well, good night, pumpkins. May the ghosts haunt you peacefully tonight.